The best piece of advice I could give to any waterfowl hunter is to be on the X. Now, what is the X? It's where birds want to come to naturally. It could be a feeding area. It could be a rest area that they come to after feeding. It's where they want to go naturally. If you can find that spot, they're going to come to you. Well, guess what? I'm sorry, but in a lot of cases, a lot of hunters are not able to set up on the X. Instead, they have to set up under the flight lanes of the birds. This could be a migrational corridor. It could be a travel lane between a refuge and a feeding area, but it's underneath where the birds are traveling. So they have to overcome this natural instinct of the birds to go somewhere else and draw them down to their spot. So how do you do this? Well, there are two things you do. Number one, you put out as many decoys as you can, a huge decoy spread. I've hunted over spreads of over 1,000 decoys. Some of them were out of range, but we left an open hole and we could steer those ducks in front of the blind with our calling. The other thing you can do is to use a lot of aggressive calling. Don't sound like a duck, passive, sound loud, continuous. Listen to this. Now that sounds nothing like a natural duck call, but at long range, those birds will hear that call, they'll be drawn to it, they'll look and see the decoys. Sometimes they'll break off and they'll come to you. You know, this week's show, the guys in Missouri are hunting over big decoy spreads and good blinds, great calling. They're simulating a refuge. Those birds come down those migrational corridors, they hear the calling, they see all those decoys, they say, here we are, we've made it, you know, we're where we need to be. And they'll break away from where they were wanting to go and come to where you are. A lot of decoys, loud calling, you're going to pull some of those passing ducks in. I'm Wade Bourne, that's the Better Waterfowling Tip of the Week.